Do you have young kids that you'd love to introduce to property investing one day, but aren't sure how you can do it? Well, keep watching because I'm about to show you a technique that's going to allow you to do just that. Hi everybody, Josh Masters here. One of the questions I've been asked recently is by a parent who wants to know how they can get their kids involved in property investing, or at least interested from an early age. And I think from a kid's perspective, property investing is probably quite an advanced strategy. However, I do think it starts with really responsible money management at home and understanding how to treat the kids in terms of handling money. One of the great tips that I picked up recently was from a book by Ron Lieber, and he's the personal finance columnist of the New York Times. The book's called The Opposite of Spoiled, and he teaches some really interesting techniques about giving an allowance to a child. Now, you may have your regular allowance you give, usually a rule of thumb is that you give $1 for every year that they're old. So if they're 7 years old, you give them $7 per week, and it's for completing certain tasks around the house, like doing the dishes or mowing the lawn, etc. But there may come a point where they feel they have enough money and they don't want to do those tasks anymore. So it can be a flawed system. One of the things that he suggests to do, which I think is fantastic in terms of fostering kids for investing in property in the future, is to have them look for opportunities around the house where they can do a chore or can add value to the property. And that could be raking the leaves or painting the fence or doing something that's quite different out of the norm, where there may be something that they can generate some cash from. Now, the idea is that they actually come to you and negotiate the allowance that they're going to get for it. Now, I love this on two levels. First of all, because it gets them looking for opportunities, things that they wouldn't normally have thought of that is quite different and out of the regular jack-in-the-box stuff. And this is great when it comes to looking for property as well. The other thing is negotiating on the terms. So being able to negotiate your price, and whether it's a little or a lot, that's completely up to you. But it does generate a great skill to use that may help them later on when it comes to investing in property as well. And I think once they get to handle money responsibly, and that's a bigger conversation, that leads into investing in property and what the benefits are of investing in property and how it can build wealth for them in the future. If you have any questions around this or you'd like to know more, please drop me a line below. I'd love to hear from you. You've been watching me, Josh Masters, at On the Ladder.